Soldier Field is filling up as Chicago fans get a look at their Bears against the New York Giants. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bears preseason football. I'm Sam Rosen, along with former Bears quarterback Eric Kramer. Quarterback Jay Cutler wasn't particularly happy with his game last week, but this week at home, he gets two offensive weapons back, running back Matt Forte and tight end Greg Olsen.
Two excellent young players, Sammy. Forte, one of the better big backs in the league, and I think one of the best receiving big backs in this whole NFL. Greg Olsen had a great chemistry forming right now with Jay Cutler, and a quarterback's best friend is a tight end that can get down the middle of the field. Look for these two to get open or get involved early, get some chemistry that wasn't there last week in Buffalo.
With competition for jobs, other key players to watch are Chase, players to watch for tonight. On offense, left guard, Frank Omiyale, who will start, and on defense, Mark Anderson.
Yeah, Frank Omiyale, the Bears have found a very strong, powerful, athletic offensive guard. Can't have too many of those. Mark Anderson got off to a great start this camp, but he needs to show up tonight. He was missing in action a little bit in Buffalo. Both these guys are going to get two great tests with the Giants, two of the better offense and defensive line units in the league.
Giants, a strong team who were 12-4 last season and got off to a good start in preseason Monday night. When we come back, Lou Canellis joins us with an update from the Bears sideline.
You know, I just got this new Chase checking account.
Really?
Yeah, check this out. There's no deposit slips or envelopes. Take the check and right in there.
Now Chase ATMs take the worry out of making a deposit.
So that's
Guy who's really happy that training camp is over is our Lou Canellis. He's at the Bears sideline right now. Lou.
You are so right, Sam. Defensive tackle Tommy Harris also happy training camp in Bourbonnais is over. He will make his preseason debut this evening. Should help a defensive line that needs to improve on its performance from last week. Now in that game, Alex Brown had a sack, and even though they forced Buffalo into many third and mediums, third and longs, they could not shut down the Bills. The Bears defense was on the football field last Saturday for over 80 plays. Way too many. Can't happen tonight against the Giants. Back up to you guys.
We'll definitely look for that. Lovie Smith, the head coach of the Bears, says his team did a lot of good work at training camp in Bourbonnais and now ready to continue the action tonight. Across the way is the veteran Tom Coughlin, who has led the Giants to 4 consecutive playoff appearances and, of course, 2 seasons ago won the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. The Bears will receive. Garrett Wolfe is deep. We'll see a different array of return men throughout the game. Lawrence Tynes, who missed most of last season with an injury. John Carney was the #1 kicker. Tynes is back and kicks it off. Here we go. Garrett Wolfe from the 7. Finds a lane, runs into one of the Giants, and is brought down short of the 25-yard line. 17-yard return. Jay Cutler making his home preseason debut. He played on this field during some training camp when they had Family Day, and 28,000 fans showed up to see the Bears practice.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those were Cutler's friends and family. They live a few miles down the road. And, you know, we talked about it in the open. If I'm Ron Turner and I want to keep our defense off the field, first guy I'm getting the ball to is Matt Forte.
Forte and McKee in the backfield, and here's Forte. He runs into a wall. Strong Giant front, Justin Tuck with the tackle. No gain on the play. Let's take a look at the Bears starting lineup. Staples makes it easy for you to know who's on the field as we get a look at tonight's starters. Staples, that was easy. Greg Olsen gets his first game action in preseason. The offensive line, Frank Omiyale getting the start at right guard. Orlando Pace and Chris Williams will have to handle the Giants rush. The blitz on. Forte trying to take it outside. Short pickup as he's brought down at the 26, a gain of 2. The Giants defense has been stacked. They have brought in powerful defensive line, and Osi Umenyiora coming back from injury, a great pass rusher. Couple of injuries at linebacker gives Chase Blackburn and Brian Keel the start tonight. Couple of injuries in the secondary as well. C.C. Brown and Terrell Thomas get starts for the Giants. Brandon Rideau in as a third receiver on 3rd and 8. Olsen shifting into the backfield. The blitz coming. Cutler gets time. And the pass complete to Earl Bennett. Picks up a block from Hester into Giants territory at the 47. Gain of 25 on the play. And that's what the Bears want to see from Jake Cutler and their wide receiver.
Watch the corner come from the right side there. Cutler does a great job of standing in the pocket. They ran a quarter blitz. Here he comes, right off the right side there. Cutler stands in. Look at his eyes. They never come off the receiver. Great job of standing in there and delivering on third down.
Greg Olsen and Desmond Clark, two tight end formation out of the shotgun. Cutler quickly to Hester with some room to run. He's got another first down. Gain of 11 on the play.
They forgot to cover Hester. Nobody moved out with him. And 1, 2, 3, ball's gone from Jay. There's nobody on Hester, and that's the guy you want to have in space with a football.
A couple of good passing plays by the Bears.
Well, key third down. I mean, that's where this game is won and lost. Bears got off to a very good start, third down.
Again, two tight ends with Olsen split to the right side. Quick to Olsen, gets a block from Hester and gets inside the Giants 30 to the 29. Devin Hester has made a couple of blocks on two passing plays, one for Bennett, one for Olsen.
Can you believe it? Okay, so they get Forte involved early with a carry, and then now they come right back down here to Greg Olsen, and look who's out blocking for him. Devin Hester's out there eating up the corner, and Olsen's a good enough athlete. When he gets in a little open space, he can get some positive yards for you.
Giants have an injured player down, Danny Clark. We'll be right back.
Dave's house for a week.
About that. Got off to a fast start. Hey, we're on the other side of the 30-yard line going in. I'll tell you, the Giants, Sam, are stacking up the box. That's why those little dump-off throws to Olsen and Devin Hester to get things going have worked.
Hester and Bennett both go to the left. Jason McKeon at fullback. It's 2nd and 2 for the Bears. Forte knifes through the hole for a first down.
That's why I love Matt Forte, Sam, is because he will pick his way through the line and still be going full speed through the hole. A lot of guys will take that extra chatter step or two, and they'll be late getting to the hole. Matt Forte knows how to find it and hit it.
Omiel, Kreutz, and Garza, the interior linemen, did a good job blocking up front. First down at the Giants 26. Two tight ends in, Desmond Clark and Greg Olsen. 7th play of the drive for the Bears. Forte pulled down as he got to the line of scrimmage. Chase Blackburn, the middle linebacker, starting in place of the injured Antonio Pierce, makes the stop.
Now watch here. They're going to come on the blitz, and you're going to see Blackburn right here. There's nobody that picks him up. And you see Omiel late getting off the block. They try to go a combo block with a defensive tackle. He's got to scoop up the linebacker. It just didn't happen.
2nd and 10. Again, two tight end formation for the Bears. And Forte goes in motion.
This is where I love Matt Forte. Out on an island with the corner.
Cutler, short to Olsen. He dropped it. As he turned to run with it, he fumbled it and dropped it. Incomplete pass. Ryan Keel covering on the play.
Yeah, not the thing you expect to happen with Olsen. He's got such great hands. Just a little lack of concentration. Not a big deal. But now you've got a 3rd and long in the red zone. You see him coming across the field there. Just takes his eyes off it. You know, coming across the field for a guy underneath, he always knows in zone coverage there's going to be a guy waiting for him on the other side. He just took his eyes off the ball.
So another big 3rd down play. 3rd and 10 as Cutler works out of the shotgun. Everybody out. Cutler gets time, and he throws wide of Devin Hester. Hester turned in. It looked as if Cutler was expecting him to turn out.
He had a defender right in his way, and Brian Kell, the linebacker, stepped right in front of Hester, and wisely, Jay, I think, took the cautious approach. Didn't bother to try to take too much at the wrong time. They get a field goal attempt at it.
Robbie Gould will attempt from 44 yards out of the hold of Brad Maynard. Patrick Manley, the long snapper. And Gould is perfect. Little draw on that, but nicely through the uprights.
Gotta love that 9-iron chip, right, Sammy? From 150, just drop it down within 10 feet.
Good stat by Manley. And Robbie Gould puts it through from 44. Bears lead 3-0. A. Jerron Gilbert, B. Joaquin Iglesias, C. Henry Melton, D. Al Afalava. Vote now by logging on to chicagobears.com/CBN. The Toyota Fan Zone is located on the Chicago Bears network page.
They put in Henry Melton on kickoff return. He takes one to the house. I'm voting for him.
There you go. Me too. Robbie Gould kicking off. Danny Ware deep for the Giants. Returns from the 2. The Giants running back hops over one man, stays on his feet, and a good run back across the 35. Garrett Wolf took him down. 34-yard return for Danny Ware. Staples makes it easy for you to know who's on the field as we get a look at tonight's defensive starters for the Bears. Staples, that was easy. Anthony Adams starts at nose tackle. There's a big battle going on for starting position there. Ryan Urlacher and Lance Briggs anchor the linebackers. In the secondary, still with injuries, Trumaine McBride getting a start, and Al Afalava, the 6th-round draft pick, starting at strong safety. From the 37, out of the shotgun, Eli Manning throwing on the move to Steve Smith. Nathan Badger there, and Smith taken down at the 42-yard line.
Manning on the move. I haven't seen that
Don't
before.
often see that.
No.
The Ford scoring drive, 10 plays, 50 yards, 4 minutes, 28 seconds as the Bears take the opening kick. A couple of good plays in there by Jay Cutler as he hooked up with Devin Hester, Earl Bennett, and Greg Olson. Brandon Jacobs and Madison Hedgecock in the backfield. This is big Brandon Jacobs, who rushed for over 1,000 yards last season across the 45-yard line. Take a look at the Giants on offense. They're looking for #1 wide receiver. Dominic Hickson and Steve Smith get the start. The offensive line, couple of injuries. Kevin Booth and Tutin Reyes starting for Rich Seibert and Chris Snead. David Deal is in University of Illinois.
Man, talk about a guy that's coming into his own. Eli Manning, of course, he signed a big contract.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you, he just looks comfortable this preseason. Saw him last game. Sharp.
3rd and 2. Jacobs, the power back, breaking tackles, and barrels his way down to the 43-yard line. He picked up 11.
That's the big guy down. That's the big bully down the street that nobody wants to see come to the street yard game. Look at this. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage by Urlacher, one-on-one, and just runs over the rest of them. Here you get a massive hole right up the middle. Urlacher steps up pretty nice, but you tackle a big body like that up high, and Brandon Jacobs does such a good job getting down behind his pads.
Brandon Jacobs, 6'4", 264. He's bigger than most of the backers and certainly the secondary.
5 yards a carry. Last 2 years, Brandon Jacobs got 5 yards a carry, and that's the thing. I mean, they drafted him in the 4th round, and what a great value. One of the best, probably the best physical running back in the league.
You talked about Eli Manning and maturing, but what's also helping him is the great running game. Giants led the league in rushing last season.
Oh, they're loaded. You just saw the return by Ware. They got Bradshaw behind him. They got a full stable.
2nd and 7 at the Bears' 41-yard line. Manning checks off. Tino Isamoa showing blitz. They go to Jacobs behind Hedgecock. Good play. That was chased down by Tino Isamoa.
That's the thing, is you get the Giants blowing you off the ball up the middle, and then they want to pull around outside. Here's the 2 guards going around the edge, and watch Tino Isamoa deliver the blow, get down low, and great job. Make Brandon Jacobs work for. Now here's Harris inside there getting turned around. His job is to force the play outside.
First game action for Tommy Harris. He's a very important man on the Bears defense. 3rd and 7, 3 wide receivers in for the Giants. Manning gets some pressure going deep. And it's broken up. Beautiful play by Kevin Payne. intended for Mario Manningham. And Payne with an outstanding play.
Now that was a heck of a play. Kevin Payne leaping in, made a great jump on the football. Manning doesn't take much time getting this out of his hands, and you see Kevin Payne flying in there, doesn't touch the receiver. What a great play that was. You can see Payne rolling into that route, and wow, that's great. You see he's looking for his receiver to go over more to the sideline. He should have taken there.
Oh, we talk about the Bears looking for wide receivers, so are the Giants. The punter is the veteran Jeff Fiegels, 43 years old. The high kick. And the Giants try to keep it inbounds.
Nope.
And it looks like a touchback. Did bounce on the goal line. It'll be a touchback. Bears take over on the 20-yard line, leading it 3-0.
Good stuff. And sponsored by Chase, Miller Lite, Staples, and United Airlines.
Sam Rosen, Eric Kramer, and Lou Canellis here at Soldier Field in Chicago. Bears' second offensive possession. Matt Forte getting his first preseason game action.
Well, like we said, he's going to get involved early. They've already gotten Olsen involved. Backed up here, look for Forte to get the ball.
Two tight ends. The fake by Cutler being rushed. He throws, and it's caught by Earl Bennett at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 15 on the play as they rolled out Cutler.
I think these guys were in the same frat house. He had Hester coming across. It was covered. Olsen's getting covered. And Cutler, this is why I love Jay Cutler. He's so good on the move. I like him as much outside the pocket as I do in.
Bears go no huddle, hurry up offense, and now Cutler steps back. Taking a little page out of the Buffalo Bills.
There's going to be a run here, yep.
Forte bouncing it outside.
Great run.
Beautiful move by Forte as he's into Giants territory at the 47-yard line.
No.
Picked up 18 on the play. What a run by Matt Forte.
Oh, fantastic. You've got, from the Giants, you've got 7 guys in the box. Look here, only 3 linebackers, so now but the Bears have numbers. Watch the backside get cut off, and then Forte, an unblocked cornerback, and that's why he's so good. He's so athletic and so big. I love the way he runs the football.
And once again, they go no huddle. At the Giants 48, it's Forte, and this time the Giants have him short of the line of scrimmage. You can win a chance to be the captain of the 4th phase, representing all Bears fans on the field at the home opener for the All-State 4th phase kickoff contest. Log on to chicagobears.com for details and enter today. Bears stick with 2 tight ends. Greg Olsen split out to the right. In tight on the right side is Desmond Clark. And Cutler out of the shotgun on 2nd and 11. Everybody out. Under pressure, he finds Greg Olsen. And he's wrestled down at the 32. That's the man Cutler will look for in crunch situations.
Well, you look at Jay, he's got Olsen. Look, he's working against number 97, a defensive lineman. No way is he going to cover Olsen. He's so good at just finding the soft spots in the zone.
Gain of 17.
That was Kiwanuka dropping out. They had brought a blitz from the other side.
This is Forte, little cutback, good hole. He's taking it to the house. Great blocking up front. Springs Matt Forte for a 32-yard touchdown.
Good to be back on the field again, huh? This was exactly what the Bears fans were hoping to see tonight. You get 2 excellent players back in the lineup. Just a completely different look to this team, huh, Sam?
Very sharp. You have that running game going. What a difference. I mean, a couple of great runs on that drive by Matt Forte.
Excellent.
Robbie Gould's extra point is through. And the Bears, #1 offense, 2 possessions, 10 points on the board. Matt Forte had a great rookie season, and here he goes in year number 2. A lot of good things on the horizon for Matt Forte.
Things you can taste.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh. Flavor you can bank on.
Eat fresh. Eat fresh.
And huge flavorific subs that won't take a big bite out of your wallet.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh. Get value the way you want. Choose a regular 6-inch sub from our everyday value menu, like the Monjalicious meatball marinara and a side like chips and a 21-ounce drink for just $5.
Subway, eat fresh.
What does greatness taste like?
Miller Lite.
Off the glass, centered in front. Oh, what a great move. Another great move. He skates in on goal. He shoots. He scores! Unbelievable! It's all over. Oh, my!
That's what greatness tastes like. Triple hops brewed, great Pilsner taste. Miller Lite. Taste greatness.
When people say, Mike, why Ford? Why now? You know what I do? I introduce them to the fuel-efficient Ford Fusion and Focus. I don't know if you've heard, but this whole fuel efficiency thing, kind of a big deal. Ford has you covered. In fact, they're your cash or clunkers specialists. They'll recycle your ride and get you a rebate of up to $4,500. How's that for going green?
Get a Focus with 0% financing or $2,500 cash back plus $500 bonus cash. And let Ford recycle your ride and get a rebate of up to $4,500.
Bears preseason football is brought to you by Miller Lite. Find out how you can win tickets to the Miller Lite Party Deck for every home game at MillerLitePartyDeck.com. The Chicago Bears proudly choose the great taste of Miller Lite as their official beer.
Looking for on-the-job comedy 5 nights a week? Fox Chicago is the new home of The Office. Tune in weeknights at 6:30 beginning September 21st. Brandon Jacobs, Madison Hedgecock in the backfield with Eli Manning. As Manning off the play fake, completes it to Brandon Jacobs. Oh, it takes 4 or 5 Bears to take him down. Pick up a 15 on the play.
Okay, watch this. How about this for an offensive line? Now here's why Olin Kreutz makes so many Pro Bowls. This is the toughest block to make as an offensive center. Then you're going to see O'Miel come up here and seal the linebacker. Look at that hole right there. Come on, I can run through that, Sammy.
You can?
Well, I won't make it that far.
Oh boy, good blocking and a nice run by Matt Forte. Short drop by Manning. Outside, he completes it to Dominic Hickson into Bears territory. Let's go to the Bears sideline to Lou Canellis.
Sam, Lovie Smith has brought Matt Forte along slowly. Forte injured his hamstring during the OTAs. He didn't play last week in Buffalo. Remember, he had 379 touches last year, 316 carries, but we see that he's back to his rookie form when he set the team's rookie rushing record after that touchdown run. Back up to you guys.
Had a spectacular season, 7th overall in the NFL in rushing.
I don't know about bringing him slowly around tonight, Sam. 7 touches, 14 whole plays in the first quarter.
Blitz coming. Jacobs trying to go outside. The Bears are there. Big hit. Boy, Jacobs laid a huge hit into Brian Urlacher. I mean, it was Jacobs initiating the hit as Urlacher was coming in for the tackle.
Well, you got one 6'4" guy trying to hit another 6'4" guy, and he needs to get lower. Here we go. Listen. Man, that would be tough duty trying to bring him down. You know, the thought is, hey, get him out running wide. Well, we just got him out running wide, and he's still hard to bring down.
Brandon Jacobs in the backfield. Giants a 1st and 10 at the Bears 43. Manning checking off as they see Tinui Samoa faking blitz. Jacobs slips one man. Alex Brown missed him. There's a flag on the play. Jacobs goes down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 players in motion at the snap. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Giants head coach Tom Coughlin unhappy with the penalty.
Sam, we've seen a bunch of missed tackles, and true, Brandon Jacobs is tough to bring down, but it looks like a sign of fatigue. Alex Brown had a chance to bring him down on the back, coming from the backside, tackling him up around his neck. They look too tired to bend down and hit him low. That's the only way you get down and tackle a guy like Brandon Jacobs.
This early in the game, you think that?
Well, maybe just the end of training camp, and we'll see as the game goes on. They get a little bit lower.
Ball's at the Bear 49-yard line, 1st and 15. Jacobs, that was a good tackle. Urlacher low, along with Tino Isamoa.
Eventually, you get a guy like Urlacher and say, enough. I'm going to get back to my mechanics, how to do things right. Look at this technique here. Down low, right around his thigh pad, and gets a little help right there from Tino Isamoa. It's going to take a couple guys, you know, and they both got to be low.
Urlacher put on a little weight in the offseason. Feels good, feels strong, and he, of course, very important factor in the Bears defense. Danny Ware in the backfield. The passes to Ahmad Bradshaw, the other running back, and he's brought down by Lance Briggs. A pickup of 3 on the play to the Bears 45. It'll bring up a 3rd and long. So good work by the Bears after the Giants took the penalty.
I think Briggs and Urlacher are 2 of the better pass defender linemen in the league. They're just so good at reading and reacting and anticipating where that ball's going.
Corey Graham in as a 5th defensive back for the Bears on 3rd and 11, and the crowd gets loud. Manning out of the shotgun. Pressure by Brown. Ball is knocked loose. Giants recover. Alex Brown. Good rush. Batted it loose. Oh, good job. He beat David Deal on the play.
I mean, that's just, that's just speed coming around the corner. Alex Brown, great job of reaching around, anticipating Mila's arm coming up behind him. Good speed coming off the edge.
And this week,
Dave Deal's not a bad guy to beat.
No, not at all. Deal has played very well for the Giants. Former Illinois star. On the return, Earl Bennett swinging wide, flag down. It'll be against the Bears. Great return by Bennett as he stumbles forward to midfield, but they're going to bring it back. 2 flags down at around the 15, 16-yard line. Carl Cheffers, our referee, his 10th year in the NFL.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 87 of the return team, half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
It's on Kellen Davis.
He tries at the last minute to pull. He tried to pull off. He just couldn't contain himself.
Good return by Bennett, but is negated by the penalty. Bears have looked good, and at the end of the 1st quarter, they lead 10-0.
Stop, Hub!
Great moment.
Scored twice in 1995 and 1996 while attending Ohio State. The award has been presented to the nation's top college linemen annually since 1970. There's Orlando. And thus far, he's done a good job. Giants have good pass rushers at defensive end.
Oh, do they?
Bears start from the 8-yard line. Matt Forte brought down.
Matt Forte, the ball carrier.
Good job up front by Jay Alford. Gain of a yard on the play.
1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9.
Well, we talked about Forte was going to get involved early. Here's his first carry. He picks up a first. That's a little buster on the left side, and then, man, he runs behind a gaping hole right here. You love to see that. I mean, the offensive line playing against this type of defense, blocking for that kind of back, that's what the Bears love.
Brandon Rideau in at wide receiver off the play fake. Cutler rolls and throwing deep. He's got Devin Hester. Overthrew him. Hester hesitated. He may have misjudged the flight of the ball. What a throw by Cutler on the run.
I'm going to say this is Cutler's fault. He underthrew him last week, and then he overthrows him again. I'm kidding, Sam. I mean, that was one. Watch this throw. This is Cutler at his best. Gosh dang, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that can chuck the ball down the field that way. Hester just misjudged it a little bit. Looked like he stumbles right there, and he just can't catch up to it. If Hester can't catch up to it, he feels that was the one that could have got him back together. You know what I mean?
He beat C.C. Brown on the play. Here's 3rd and 9 for the Bears. 3 wide receivers in. Cutler steps up, throws, incomplete. And a flag on the play. Bennett was grabbed. Might have been Michael Johnson, the safety. Boy, Cutler's got a lot of confidence in his arm, doesn't he?
I love his arm. The problem is he loves his arm too much.
Pass interference, number 20, defense, automatic, first down.
All right, double coverage on the move. Come on, Jay. That's just, you don't throw a ball down the middle like that very often and have things work out. He got away with one earlier with Devin, but gosh, you can't do that too often.
Bears have some room now. They're at the 32 after the penalty. Short drop, quick pitch, and almost intercepted. Intended for Earl Bennett. Terrell Thomas, the second-year cornerback out of USC, almost picked it off.
See, here's the problem with this. You're not going to get, he's just going to go right now inside. All it is if they bring a safety in the box to against the run, the safety or the Bennett's going to run inside. The problem is Cutler had to hold the ball too long, and then that gives the corner a chance to come up underneath it.
2nd and 10. Hester and Bennett, the wide receivers. 2 tight ends in.
I'm stumbling on my words here, Sam, because I'm just so gosh dang excited about this offense right now.
Forte makes a nice move. The man who led the Bears in receptions, led all NFL running backs in receptions last season, Matt Forte, is up to the 41.
That is no fluke. You're going to see that again this year. If Cutler can do this, dump the ball down to that guy, watch this. Makes one guy miss. He's got a little shake right here. He's something special with the ball in his hands in open space. He's 225 pounds. And is that athletic.
Now, Lovie Smith thinks the Bears will be a good short yardage team this season. Let's see. Here's 3rd and 1, a long one.
That's because this guy's a heck of a short yardage back. Hits the sliver like nobody.
Brandon Rideau in as a 3rd wide receiver. Bennett in motion. Cutler rolls and throws back to Hester. That's a first down. Short pass, but it worked.
Cutler's an extra running back, at least behind the line of scrimmage. He's so athletic. Very rarely does he get caught inside the pocket under a lot of pressure. They get him outside. He's going to roll right out here and have to throw back inside to Hester as the defense leaves. There he is.
Jay Cutler 6 for 10, 82 yards.
And looked good doing it.
First down at the 44-yard line. Bears have moved out from their own 8-yard line. And they've sustained drives. Forte picking his way up close to midfield before the Giants throw him back. They'll spot it up at the 49, a pick of a 4 on the play.
Gotta love 4-yard gains, and those always happen when this guy right here seals the edge. Chris Williams gets around, gets up, right into the safety. The guy doesn't want to take the block on. That's all they need. A little space. Forte's the guy.
Chris Williams, he's starting to gain in confidence at the right side as he gets used to playing that position.
Got a little grass in his helmet. Soldier Field. Blocking for his college guy.
He split out the tight end, Greg Olsen. Cutler feels some pressure and throws it to the ground.
Thank God we saw one of those. That's a good sign.
Why?
Well, you don't want to make too much out of nothing. And it was a screen pass. The back is covered. Hey, Jay's on a roll right now. He gets a 3rd and 6. He can manage that a whole lot better than taking a shot at maybe, trying to make a great play and lob it over a guy's head and taking a chance on an interception.
3rd and 6 for the Bears at their own 49-yard line.
A lot of good decisions tonight so far by Jay.
Hester and Rideau, the wide receivers. And out goes Forte with 2 tight ends in.
That's the matchup you want right there.
Cutler looking, steps up and runs, and he's got a first down. And he slides inside the 40 for a first down at the 39-yard line. Add another dimension to Jay Cutler's arsenal.
I'm telling you, man, this guy is one heck of an athlete. He's big, 230 pounds, sees a crease, and he can run.
Good decision.
There, another one. Stack it up again.
Rashid Davis and Devin Aroma-Shadu in at wide receiver now for the Bears. And these are guys who are fighting for jobs. First down Bears. Good drive. Cutler going deep for Aroma-Shadu. Did he hold on? Yes! Down to the 2-yard line. Beautiful catch. 38-yard gain on the play.
You know, here's a guy we haven't talked much here. Orlando Pace, right here on the edge, does a nice job of giving Jay a pocket along with the rest of them. And then Aroma-Shadu. We've talked a lot about him during training camp. Look at the outstretched arms there, big, tall receiver. And Jay Cutler, during training camp, the word is always been this training camp how accurate he's been down the field, giving his guy a chance.
Aroma-Shadu, third year in the NFL out of Auburn, first year with the Bears. 3 tight ends in, and Cutler decides to call a timeout. Great drive by the Bears from their own 8 down to the Giants' 2-yard line.
Can't get enough of your Arby's favorites? Then head on over for Arby's Pick 5 for $5.95 value deal.
Game Day live on Fox Chicago every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. during the season. For updates from the game site, plus features, interviews, and analysis you can't get anywhere else. Bears Game Day Live is brought to you by Subway. Sam Rosen, Eric Kramer, Lou Canellis here at Soldier Field. Bears with a 1st and goal, about 1.5 yards out on a terrific drive from their own 8-yard line. Last week, 225 yards for the game, nearly 200 here. 10th play of the drive. Off the play fake, Cutler throws wide open, Desmond Clark. What a drive by the Bears. And was a 92-yard drive, and Clark wide open.
Tell you what, you can run the football. Here's everybody sucking up, and Desmond Clark just gets right behind everybody. Nice, easy pitch and catch. Jay gets a nice touchdown out of it. Everybody's happy.
Richmond McGee will attempt the extra point out of Brad Maynard's hold, and it's through. And the Bears have had the ball 3 times in the game, and they have scored each time. Nice fake by Cutler, and he finds Desmond Clark for the touchdown.
Number 24 of the defense. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff, 15 yards, timeout.
Thank you, Carl Cheffers. Bears lead the Giants 17-0. Before kickoff at regular season home games, and features food, games, prizes, and alumni autographs. For details, visit ChicagoBears.com. What a start to the game for the Bears. The Ford scoring drive, 10 plays, 92 yards. Desmond Clark scoring the touchdown, and the kickoff by Robbie Gould is through the end zone. A touchback. Giants go on offense, and the Bears defense has played strong as well. Don't forget them. All access Thursdays at 6 p.m. on WSCR 670 The Score. Bears All Access is now on the air, so tune in every week to hear about the Bears from the players' perspective. And because of the Giants' penalty on the extra point, Robbie Gould had an easy kickoff that went through the end zone. Eli Manning brings his team to the line from the 20-yard line. Giants go with 2 tight ends. Corey Graham in at left cornerback, replacing Nathan Vasher for the Bears. Off the play fake. Manning has a man wide open, Steve Smith. Kevin Payne wraps him up at the 45-yard line. Let's go to the Bears sideline where Lou Canellis is standing by. Lou.
Sam Lovie Smith wanted one of his wideouts to stick out tonight. Devin Aroma-Shadu just did. Jay Cutler loves working with this kid. He loves his size. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's been in the league since 2006. Caught 7 passes from Peyton Manning and the Colts in 2007, and now he's trying to stick with this Bears team this season.
Thanks, Lou. On the defensive side, Marcus Harrison in at defensive tackle. Got his weight down, seems to be in good shape again. Jacobs waiting to find the hole and gets up to the 49-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play.
How about the Bears tonight, huh? I mean,
Very
both sides of the ball, they're just handing the baton back and forth. And now there's a guy there. Talk to him about football and defensive line play. I talked to him a little bit before the game. He is such a technician. So passionate about this game. These guys love playing for him.
And Lou Canellis has a special feature at halftime on Rod Marinelli. You want to stay tuned for that. It's a good one. Off the play fake. Manning being pressured. Throws it away.
That's got to be a penalty.
No flag. No flag. Fans want a flag.
That's the Manning rule right there. Don't flag him too much.
Oh, there it is. Referee talked it over, said yes.
Intentional grounding, number 10, offense.
Good call
10-yard
by
penalty,
you.
loss of down, 3rd down.
Well, he actually called to the booth. Said, Eric, what do you think? Should I throw the flag here? Yeah, he said there's no receiver over there. He's not outside the tackle. Oh God. That's what I did in high school. Oh, they're coming too close.
Don't hit me. So the Giants' loss of down are set back to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 16. 5 defensive backs on for the Bears.
All right, here's where you need a 4-man pass rush. Little heat, make him get rid of the ball sooner than he wants to.
And he hands it off to, no, he faked the handoff and he's sacked.
Fumble.
And the ball taken away. I believe it's ruled down. I think the referee ruled it down. The Bears finish the play and take it in.
Well, they're saying he's down, but I never saw a ref during the play say he was down.
The referee saying he was down. Referee Carl Cheffers was pointing to the ground, and the ball is down at the 34-yard line, but the Bears have it.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. That's what, you know.
Oh, he's down. All right, no fumble on the play. Adewale Ogunleye with the sack. His knee was down.
Yeah, he's down. That's fair. I still didn't see a ref mark him down. But hey, great job by Wally coming off the edge and then getting the tackle's hands off him, slipping it inside.
Jeff Feagles with Nathan Vasher deep to return the punt from the 16. Vasher trying to get outside, good fake, picks up a block, and then he's wrestled down at about the 19-yard line. The Bears putting the complete package together. Offense has been great, defense has been good, and Caleb Haney's ready to come. At a once-in-a-lifetime Bears experience, only with a Bears Extra Points MasterCard. Visit BearsExtraPoints.com to apply today. On the run, Kevin Jones, who's replaced Matt Forte at running back. Caleb Haney is in, replacing Jay Cutler at quarterback. And a good night for Jay Cutler. 8 for 13, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. That thrown to Desmond Clark. And some good decision making.
Money on the decision, Sam. Kept the team moving forward, played within himself.
2nd and 2, Michael Gaines in at tight end along with Kellen Davis. Jones reverses his field, and the Giants throw him for a loss. C.C. Brown on the tackle at the 25.
Deep one into Bennett. Gets Hester involved. Out to Olsen. 8 completions, 6 different receivers. Get the first down running the football. Touchdown. Close the curtain, take a bow. Great job tonight.
Made some good passes on 3rd down as well.
He sure did.
A lot of good things from Jay Cutler tonight.
Couldn't have scripted it any better for the Bears. One of the best teams. In my opinion, the Giants would be my NFC favorite to go to the Super Bowl, and Jay and the Bears just carved them up.
Haney throwing, trying to get it to Brandon Rito, but it's incomplete. And for the first time tonight, the Bears are forced to punt. Caleb Haney, who played well in Buffalo last week. Brad Maynard, who started his NFL career with the Giants, was a 3rd-round pick. Played 4 years in New York and then signed with the Bears and has been here ever since. Mario Manningham, Giants draft pick last season out of Michigan, is back to return. Maynard, good high kick. Manningham at the 29, drops the ball. And it looks like he's recovered, yes.
That's the penalty you pay in this league for dropping a ball. That thing's a hot potato. Everybody's coming after it.
Slipped through, he fell on it with Corey Graham right there. Bears defense has had a good night tonight. Rod Marinelli.
There's Rod Marinelli. Well, here we get him in a second. All the big guys got to get out of his way. There he is. That guy is one heck of a football teacher, and these defensive linemen are all over getting a study from him.
He's got reason to smile. The defense did a good job. Alex Brown, who's still on the field, has played well.
You see Wally hanging right in his ear.
Mark Anderson in at left defensive end. That pass caught by Manningham, and the Bears take him down at the 36-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play.
I'll tell you, that's what I like about what Rod Marinelli brings. You see a lot of want to get to the ball with this team now. Something I don't think we've seen here not in the last year or so. Got a lot of guys banged up, playing hurt. They're fresh now, and they are swarming to the football.
Adonijay and Harrison in at the tackles. Alex Brown and Mark Anderson the ends. The handoff to Bradshaw inside, flag on the play. Brown slowed down Bradshaw, and then he's taken down. Check out the flag.
Illegal formation on the offense, number 67. He was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Giants have had a few costly penalties. Let's go back down to the Bears sideline to Luke Canellis.
Sam, you talked about defensive line coach Rod Marinelli. This is the type of play he expected from his guys. More physical, play with more reckless abandonment. And the reason it's happening is because they're still learning how to play his system on the defensive line. So now they're not thinking out there. Now they're just reacting. We'll feature him again at halftime. Great sit down with Rod Marinelli.
Thanks. We'll look forward to that, Lou. Bears showing blitz. Manning working out of the shotgun on 2nd and 9. Manning gets rid of it, and Sonoris Moss is pulled down after a maybe no gain on the play. Gain of 1. We'll give him a yard. Giants, as we mentioned, they're a team looking for someone to step up at wide receiver after Plaxico Burress no longer with them and his legal problems. And Amani Toomer, longtime star, is gone, signed with Kansas City.
I'll tell you, they've got some good young receivers. They drafted a kid, we'll see tonight, Ramses Barton. At 6'6". I got to see him work out a bunch this summer. He's working out near my home in California, and he is a big target. Giants got a lot of big receivers.
3rd and 8. The blitz coming by Corey Graham, and the pass was incomplete. There was nobody there. It actually hit the offensive lineman, but Corey Graham, who blitzed a couple of times last week, was coming strong.
Yeah, he is developing into a heck of a blitzer. It is not, well, look at him avoid the block there. It is not a given when you get in the backfield that just because you call a blitz, a guy's going to get through. Corey Graham is starting to get the right timing when that snap is made to power up the field and still avoid a blocker.
Another strong series by the Bears on defense. Giants have gone 3 and out twice in a row. Johnny Knox is deep for the Bears. High punt by Feagles. Knox looks around, picks up a block, and gets a couple of yards out of bounds at the 31-yard line. There's a flag down. And we will check that. Flag was around midfield. Carl Cheffers will give us the call.
During the kick, holding, number 44 on the return team, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's on Kevin Payne. Sam Rosen, Eric Kramer, Lou Canellis with you from Soldier Field in Chicago. Second preseason game for the Bears, first at home, and they have looked good here in the first half. Next week, Bears will be in Denver. Jay Cutler going back to Denver. That game will be on NBC next Sunday night. We'll be back with you Thursday night, September the 3rd, for the final preseason game here at Soldier Field, the Bears and the Cleveland Browns.
Pretty good drama there, huh?
Yes,
Quarterback
sir.
switch cities.
Get a look at Kyle Orton. Kevin Jones running hard. Good run by Jones. Bears coaches were a little disappointed in Kevin Jones last week. He ran hard there.
He didn't have a lot of room to run last week. Look at Garza pulling around, and this is why his guy is a root hog running back. He's going to get down low behind his pads, and you better bring it because he loves to run hard inside.
Former Detroit Lions first-round draft pick. Josh Beekman is in at center for Olin Kreutz. Kevin Schaefer's at left tackle.
There's a fumble.
The ball came loose. The fumble. The Giants say they have it.
They got it.
And the Giants recover. So a turnover by the Bears. And the Giants have possession in good field position. Michael Johnson with a fumble recovery. And so we just sang the praises of Kevin Jones, and then he put it on the ground.
Yep. He got a nice little surge up the middle, and yeah, it wasn't a big hit. Got a little soft with the ball. The ball gets low. You see how low the ball got kind of around his waist? He's got to keep that thing nice and high up into his shoulder pads.
David Carr has come in at quarterback for the Giants. Their number 2 man, 8th year out of Fresno State, former number 1 draft pick overall by the Houston Texans. Carr rolling and looking. And the Bears have it well covered. Adewale Ogunleye chases Carr out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Good coverage that time by the Bears secondary. Watch Kevin Payne right here, back here at free safety. The tight end's going to come across the middle of the field, and Kevin Payne is sitting there waiting for the ball to be thrown. And then as the quarterback commits to the line, he's still holding off and being cautious to get before he covers that tight end, just in case somebody else slips behind the defense.
Manningham in motion. Ahmad Bradshaw, the running back for the Giants. Carr under pressure, puts it up deep and overthrows the tight end Kevin Boss. Well covered by Pisatino Isamoa and Kevin Payne. Eli Manning, 7 for 10, 62 yards, but never got much going.
That was a quiet 7 for 10. I wouldn't have guessed they even moved the ball.
One big play
passes.
by Kevin Payne broke up a deep pass when the Giants were threatening. Here's David Carr.
I'm surprised they still got a bunch of starters in the game. Boss and offensive line, Deal still out there.
Bears number 1 defense for the most part intact. Couple of changes on the line. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Carr throws, and that's incomplete. It was caught but out of bounds by Mario Manningham. It was covered by Trumaine McBride.
Pretty good.
Bears have a lot going on in the secondary with the injuries. Danielle Manning still out. Charles Tillman still out. So there's a lot, and Zach Bowman still out. A lot of competition in the secondary going on.
There sure is. And Kevin Payne tonight really stepped up and done a good job. Broke on that ball to break up Eli Manning's throw in the corner and did a good job there on the tight end. Really, Corey Graham's coming off the edge, blitzing, and they're putting some good pressure on the Giants.
42-yard field goal try by Lawrence Tynes out of the hold of Jeff Feagles. No snap, gets it away, and it's good. So the Giants, after the Bears turnover, the fumble by Kevin Jones, turn it into 3 points and get on the board for the first time of the game. But once again, Bears defense coming up strong, stopping the Giants.
You give a Giants team the ball deep in the end zone, all the starters out there except for Eli, you still hold them to a field goal. That's a good sign. This Bears defense has been on point tonight. Cornerback, McBride made a nice play down there. left David Carr. He ran Manningham out to the sideline and really gave David Carr no place to throw the ball. So, man, there's been a lot of good stuff out here tonight.
And the good stuff started with Jay Cutler's strong performance, leading the offense to 17 points. He was happy to have Greg Olson in action and hit him a couple of times. As you said, he used all his receivers.
He sure did. That's a sign of a guy that's making good decisions too, Sam. When you're spreading the ball around, you're not focused on looking for a guy. You're looking for people, soft spots in the defense. The other guy tonight, I think, that got overlooked was Orlando Pace. He came in and shut down a pretty good right side of the defensive line tonight. He looked a lot more athletic tonight than he did the other night in Buffalo. You know, he's a 13-year guy. He didn't have to get ready for all of it.
Right. Just got to bring him along, make sure he stays healthy.
That's right.
Tines to kick it off. Johnny Knox is deep for the Bears. As they rotate return men with Danielle Manning still out. Knox from the 9. He's got good speed and he uses it. Johnny Knox, good return. Lawrence Tynes, the kicker, takes him down. Out to the 47, a 38-yard return.
One thing to have speed, which Johnny Knox does, but then you got to hit the hole as a returner. Watch the acceleration right there. Nice hole to run through, but Johnny Knox took advantage of it.
And now the special teams get in on the action for the Bears.
Yeah, there you go.
Numbers at Abilene Christian as a return man by Johnny Knox, who played 2 years at Abilene Christian after playing at Tyler Junior College. The blitz on, and they got him. Caleb Haney is buried on the play by Jarris Wilkinson. Take a look at some of the highlights for the Bears offensively. With a 3-0 lead, it was a 32-yard touchdown run by Matt Forte, a big block by Frank Omiel up front. And then a 92-yard drive finished off Cutler to the tight end Desmond Clark.
Everybody's smiling. They all feel good. This is in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, that's what
good
you want.
Stuff. Good stuff.
So the Bears from the 36-yard line on 2nd and 21. Haney fires. Kellen Davis, the tight end. First down at the Giants' 37-yard line. Good job by Davis.
That's the guy I like right there. He impressed me last training camp, last preseason. He's a guy that's nice and big, 6'6". He's got some speed. You lay it up down the middle. Tough guy. Look at that. Good concentration. He is playing with so much more confidence this year than last year, and he still showed a lot then.
Some changes on the offensive line for the Bears. Davis, this is an important game for him. He needs to show he can make some plays. With Michael Gaines there, he might force the Bears to keep 4 tight ends. 2-minute warning. Good game for the Bears thus far.
Every down, every play effort. And where you're really wired in on exactly what you're supposed to do and how violent and how hard you can do it.
That's Bears defensive line coach Rod Marinelli, who I will talk with on our U.S. Cellular halftime feature. Also coming up at halftime, we'll go back to our Fox Chicago News studio for an update on today's news stories. Back upstairs to Sam and Eric.
Thanks, Lou. We'll look forward to that interview and that feature with Rod Marinelli. Caleb Haney gets time. Going deep for Johnny Knox, just a little too long. Trying to use the great speed of Johnny Knox. He was covered by Terrell Thomas, the second-year cornerback out of USC. Haney's thrown the ball pretty well.
You know what? He is just looking more poised with every play that goes by. He's got some grit, he's got some athleticism, and he's putting the ball on the money. 2nd and 21 down the middle throw to Kellen Davis was on spot.
3 wide receivers in. Rasheed Davis, Brandon Rideau, and Devin Aroma-Shadu. The handoff to Garrett Wolf, fighting his way for a couple of yards inside. The little guy not afraid to go inside, and that's something the Bears want to see from Wolf. They know he can get outside. He's certainly quick enough.
He's a scat back type. He's a a screen, a draw. They get him in shotgun. They get the defense moving one way. He's good at picking his hole, find a little cutback lane. He's a good spot player, and they're going to find some situations to keep him involved.
There's a 3rd and 7 for the Bears. Wolf goes wide.
Here he's out here this time.
Haney sends everybody out, steps up and runs for it. Flag on the play. He's very close to the first down, but we'll check out the flag. It looks like it may be against the Bears.
That was an
holding. Number 79, offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Cody Baylog, first-year man out of Montana, called for the hold.
That was an emphatic throw of the flag. Here we go, right here. And he beats him around the corner. He pulls him down. A pretty good takedown, if you ask me.
And there is a point of emphasis for the officials this season on the offensive holding. They don't want to see the grabbing and the hooking.
They probably don't want to see the horse collaring like that.
Yeah.
Out of your right tackle.
Ball is back to the 44-yard line. They have to get to the 28 for a first down.
Well, they overcame a 2nd and 21 a minute ago.
Haney on the slant, Rito. And he's got a first down. Brandon Rito with a good job. Nice little slant, and Rito, using the big body, takes it for a first down. Pickup of 21.
Here's what people sometimes overlook. It's 3rd and 19 or 16 or whatever it was, and the slant pass. Sometimes when a defense is off in cover 2, here's the safety, here's the corner. There's a nice little window right in there if you can keep this guy occupying the safety right there. Caleb Haney, the key is the throw. He's got to be on the money. Ball catches it, or the receiver catches it in stride, and Redo does a nice job of pumping his legs and getting the first down.
Yeah, he's fighting for a job on this in this relatively inexperienced wide receiver core of the Bears. And that was a good play by Brandon Rito. Haney continues to look good in the backup role. The ball's at the Giants' 24-yard line. Haney short drop.
Finds the one-on-one.
Throwing, and the ball dropped by Devin Aroma-Shadu.
Well, he gave him a chance. This is a great job. You got the corner here covered up. Good throw by Haney, putting it right on his back shoulder, a little bit wide. Had he caught it, I'm not sure he would have been in bounds.
Yeah. I think you're right.
But a good thought there, and Aroma-Shadu tried to make a nice adjustment to the ball. I'll tell you, Caleb Haney is impressive, isn't he? I mean, it's not much experience, but there's some quarterbacks around this league as backups that do have experience that I'm more excited about this guy.
Working out of the shotgun, hands it inside to Garrett Wolf. Nice run by Garrett Wolf inside the 15. Very close to a first down. And he does have a first down. Good blocking up front. Dan Benning in at right guard did a good job.
Here we go. The spike in the ball.
As Haney spiked the ball to stop the clock with 29 seconds remaining. The Bears have one timeout left. Jake Cutler with the earpiece, checking out the calls from upstairs. Ron Turner, the offensive coordinator upstairs, making the calls.
He just checked out a nice run like we did at Garrett Wolf. He did a nice job in the hole, making a little shuffle step, gaining some extra yards.
On second down. Everybody out. Haney takes off. He can get there. Touchdown. There's a flag on the play that may be coming back. It's back behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the touchdown run will be brought
holding,
back.
Number 78, offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Kevin Schaefer got called. This time the veteran was called for the penalty.
Well, there he is right here, down at the bottom. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
See, that's the hook that I was mentioning before.
hook schmuck. I don't know about that one, Sam. He had his hand right up on his shoulder pad. I mean, this is not a ticky-tack league.
No.
You know, those are the calls I think you got to let go. But flag or no flag, I think the Bears have found themselves a backup quarterback.
Well, there's some good signs there. There's no doubt about that.
Moving in the right direction. Halfway through the preseason, he is moving in the right direction.
23 seconds to go. The ball back at the 23. Haney being rushed, drops it off to Garrett Wolf. Couple of blockers. Inside the 15, to the 5, and lost the ball. It goes through the end zone.
Safety?
No, and maybe a touchback.
I mean, yeah, safety. Touchback.
They lost the ball.
Say, watch Josh Beekman. If we can get I don't know if we're going to see. Here he is, right here. Great seal right there, or kick out on the linebacker. Nice explosion by Wolf. He's not down.
Play went in and out of the end zone. That ruling is a touchback. Please reset the game clock to 6 seconds.
So the Bears coming close to scoring. They were in position, and they let it get away with a holding penalty by Kevin Schaefer, and then the fumble by Garrett Wolf.
Impressive drive, though, huh? I mean, they overcome a 2nd and 21, a 3rd and what was 17.
Yeah.
They put the ball on the ground a couple times now. Kevin Jones and now Garrett Wolf.
Offensively, good numbers in the first half for the Bears. 6 seconds remaining.
Check out who's playing safety.
We got everybody back deep. The handoff inside Ahmad Bradshaw. And Bradshaw is tripped up as he gets across the 35, 17-yard run. First half is over, and for the Bears, an outstanding first half. The offense was rolling. They scored the first 3 times they had the ball. The defense made big plays. And at the end of the first half, the Bears lead the Giants 17-3. The halftime report, including Luke Canellis' feature with Rod Marinelli, is coming up next.
300 yards of total offense in the first half. One of the big reasons why they lead the Giants here at the break, 17-3. Welcome back to Soldier Field. I'm Luke Canellis, and ever since Jay Cutler's arrival back in April, Bears fans have been whipped into a frenzy, hoping Cutler's arm can carry this team back to the Super Bowl. But to get back to Miami, that defense of 2005 will need to return. And the second biggest acquisition this offseason, defensive line coach Rod Marinelli is leading the D.
Turn and go. Violent. Drive. That's it. Come on, quicker. Turn.
Rod Marinelli is a master of communication.
Burst.
Gets his players to respect the game, teaches, reminds them of their humble beginnings, and gets them to put it all on the line.
He's a student of the game, and that's where he starts off his coaching at knowing everything about football.
If you're in the system, you have to be in it, and you have to sell yourself out to a point where you can teach the system. We are buying whatever he's selling.
He's passionate about everything, and all I try to do is be a sponge, soak in everything that he's done, and I've just embraced it.
Why do players respect you so much?
Well, I've always just been direct, you know, and I believe they know I care about them. I'm grounded in the fundamentals, you know, and I try to demand I set a bar for them, and then I'm relentless to the bar.
Do you remember your initial reaction when Lovie said, Rod, I want you to come here and help me?
Well, our relationship goes back a lot of years, and he's not just my boss, he's one of my best friends, and I couldn't wait, you know, I mean, I was excited about it, and I just want to help.
I've seen him take great players and make them better, and I've seen him take some average players and make them good, and I just knew he would be a good mix and a good fit for our group.
I hit it here. It won't get all exposed. I'll hit it tomorrow, just a little bit, 3 to 4 minutes every day, and it's clean. Everybody confused? We okay?
His troops listen intently to everything he says, from Genghis Khan to one of his great quotes, such as, if you see a little, you see a lot. If you see a lot, you see nothing.
I've got to do a good job of taking all the outside noise from formations to tips to the crowd to fatigue to being tired and focus in on that snap, on that key, and see just a little. That guy will have the game will grow. If I see that small, my key will take me to the ball. But if I see a lot early, that means I stand up and I'm starting looking in the backfield. I lose all that power. I lose all that athleticism that we want.
And it slows the game down. I think that's the biggest thing. It slows the game down when you know, all right, this is the formation. This guy has to go this way. You know, this guy has to do this.
He's on it. I mean, he's coached offensive line before. He knows what they're thinking, and he knows what beats them.
And with that being said, I'm learning this. Now I know that I can make an inside move every now and then if I see this certain formation, or I need to stay outside if I see this certain formation.
What I'm looking for is that constant, consistent, every down, every play effort. And where you're really wired in on exactly what you're supposed to do and how violent and how hard you can do it.
No one doubts a word he says, no matter what the story. Well, maybe one tale seemed a little unbelievable.
You've told them that you wrestled a bear
a long time ago now. That thing's still alive after 40 years.
But it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
We don't know who really won the fight.
I was going to say, you believe him?
He's still standing. So, you know, that's his reputation there.
Do it again. I'm pretty. That's my swagger, man.
And the Bears are hoping that Marinelli's swagger can help him accomplish here in Chicago what he did in Tampa. He went to a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers and turned that Buccaneers defensive line into the NFL's best defensive line over the course of 10 years. Halftime here, he's happy with his defensive line tonight. Bears all over the Giants 17-3. Sam Rosen and Eric Kramer are coming your way next.
And it started with the great offensive work led by Jay Cutler. Good night for him.
This is exactly what everybody in Bearland was hoping to see. Jay at his best, dumping the ball around, moving it around, a whole bunch of different receivers. Saw some receivers step up tonight, Sam. Aroma Shadu made a nice play down the field. Jay spread the ball out effectively. Forte got involved. The offensive line was impressive. And I just think this, from an offensive line standpoint, when those guys get moving, Omiel came in and I think established himself as an excellent player.
Well, one of the things we said right at the top is getting all the offensive weapons back in the lineup. Matt Forte running the ball well, looked like he was in midseason form, and Greg Olsen, certainly, he's the sure, reliable receiver that Cutler can always count on.
Absolutely. And when you've got, those two guys that the defense has to prepare for and pay attention to in the middle of the field, it opens up guys on the outside, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
We've talked offense. Let's talk defense. Bears coaches have been looking for pressure up front, and they got it. Alex Brown made a couple of good plays, and Adewale Ogunleye with a couple of good plays.
Which is where you need to see it. You need to see your defensive ends getting pressure up the field, closing down the running lanes, and giving the quarterback nowhere to step up. They caused a fumble. They just got all night long. I think they've gotten in the face of the quarterback, Eli Manning especially, and did a good job. And they make it easier for everyone else. The cornerbacks played well. Good all around.
Giants will receive, as always, Chicago Bears football on the Chicago Bears Network, brought to you in HD. Giants receive the kickoff to start the second half. Richmond McGee to kick it off. And here we go. On the return, Sean Botiford, one-time Detroit Lion, is hit hard and brought down short of the 20-yard line. Good coverage by the Bears. We look at the Chase first half statistics, and dominated by the Bears.
15 first downs, almost 300 yards of offense. The couple turnovers maybe cost a couple of points, but time of possession, everything just completely dominated right there, and a lot of good plays from a lot of people.
A fumble by Kevin Jones and a fumble by Garrett Wolf. The Giants start from the 19-yard line with David Carr at quarterback. The Bears have Mark Anderson, the right end, Israel Adonijah, and Dusty Dvorak, the tackles. And Jerron Gilbert is in at defensive end. This is Ahmad Bradshaw, and the Bears chase it down.
Good pursuit from the backside. The interior defensive lineman strung the ball out. And as you see coming from the backside, look at all these linebackers come and scrape across there. And ultimately, it's Marcus Freeman that comes up with the tackle, 5th-round draft pick this year from Ohio State.
All right. Freeman, number 58, Jamar Williams, number 52, and Hunter Hillenmeyer, number 92, the linebackers. Carr, pressured. Anderson just couldn't break him down. Now they got him. Josh Bullocks, the safety, finished it off, but it started with Mark Anderson.
We talked about Mark in the open as needing to have a big game. Here he is down at the bottom, and he just beats his man up the field. You see him get the hips turn of the defense or the offensive tackle and then flushes him up into the pocket. Carr's a big, strong quarterback, and so Mark didn't have a great shot at him, but certainly forced him up in the rest of the pursuit, and Bullocks was right there.
And that's what the Bears want to see from Mark Anderson. And he needs to do that on a regular basis. Here he comes again. And Anderson forced that play into basically a loss, as Trumaine McBride made the tackle, but look at the pressure by Anderson.
They tried a little screen. You're going to see Anderson down here at the bottom does not get blocked. Watch the tackle try to get out here in the screen lane, but Anderson's right in David Carr's face, and the whole play just gets rushed. And that was Mark Anderson, if there's one thing he is, it's fast.
And he needs to use that speed, and he did, certainly on that series. Good defensive series by the Bears. Jeff Fiegel's punt. Johnny Knox from the 43. Trying to get outside, and he's brought down. On a short return, 41-yard punt, 3-yard return. Bears on offense, led by Caleb Haney when we come back.
When people say, Mike, why Ford?
Tackle Jay Alford, 3rd-year man out of Penn State. And they brought out the cart to take him off the field, and that is never a good sign. For the Bears, that man has called a good game. We've talked about the players. That's offensive coordinator Ron Turner upstairs, and he's called a real good game for both his quarterbacks.
He sure has. It takes guys to execute it, but Ron was my coordinator when I played here, when I first got to Chicago, and he believes in running the football, but he's very imaginative with how to do it and how to get the offense going in the passing game as well.
And now we saw the strong arm of Jay Cutler. You have so much flexibility to do so many different things with Cutler at quarterback.
No doubt.
On 3rd down, Haney trying a quarterback sneak and didn't make it.
It's almost like the Giants knew the snap count, not the Bears offensive line. Beat him to the punch.
Haney never got momentum. The doctor is in. Dr. Oz comes to Fox Chicago starting September 14th. Schedule your appointments weekdays at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Dr. Oz on Fox Chicago. It looks like the Bears will go for it on 4th and 1 at the Giants' 46-yard line. 2 tight ends in. They've got the fullback Jason Davis with Kevin Jones. Jones carrying, and he's got the first down. So how about the Bears trying a midseason play? 4th and 1, and they go for it with power running.
Yeah, why not? It's preseason. You want to see your short yardage offense in the game. You get there, Kellen Davis mashing down the left side of the Giants line. See, caught a pass down the middle of the field tonight. Showed his versatility right there. Coming off the ball and sealing the inside. Tight ends got to be able to block in this offense.
Bears have Josh Beekman at center, Dan Benning and Lance Lewis the guards, Kevin Schaefer and Cody Baylog the tackles. Haney to put it up, pulls it down and looks and completes it to Rasheed Davis. Short pickup. He's out of bounds. Close to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 3 on the play.
I always liked Roger Staubach when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was a little Roger Staubach move right there by Caleb. I'm telling you, man, this guy just comes up with plays.
Well, I think it's a situation where nobody knows what Caleb Haney can do. He won a spot last year in preseason. Now it looks like he's solidifying his spot as the #2 quarterback. Giants get there in a hurry, bursting through the line.
Got to do something with the snap count.
Jeremy Clark made the sack.
On the third down play, they timed the count out. This play here, let's see what happens to the snap. Oh, it comes up short. Actually comes up before Beekman hikes it before Caleb's ready to go. No, everyone's sitting in place and call the play on 2. Beekman goes on 1.
Beekman, who has done a lot of work at guard and was in the battle in the running for the starting left guard, has moved over to center as the backup to Olin Kreutz. Haney steps up and finally finds Brandon Rideau, but he's taken out of bounds just about the line of scrimmage. So the Bears will be forced to punt. Caleb Haney coming to the sideline, second-year man out of Colorado State.
You think about it, the only time the Bears have not converted tonight is when they've stopped themselves.
No.
A fumble, a ball that goes out of the back of the end zone, and another fumble. There, you get a muff snap. They're rolling, other than a couple mistakes, which is pretty good for game 2 of the preseason.
Good high punt by Brad Maynard toward the sideline, and it's out of bounds, angled out. And we'll see where they spot it, but a good punt by Maynard. And the official brings it back to the 17. The Bears with a 17-3 lead on the Giants.
Bears lead the Giants 17-3 on the Subway game tracker. I'm Lou Canellis. What a start for the Bears. Jay Cutler drops back and hits Bennett there on a 25-yard strike on the first series. Then he knocks one down to Devin Aroma-Shadu. And then the big defensive play for the Bears, the strip of Eli Manning. Back to the action and Sam Rosen.
Thanks very much, Lou. Flag on the play. David Carr on first down. Hooks up with Hakeem Nicks, the Giants' first-round draft pick out of North Carolina. Looks like the Bears were offside. Mark Anderson jumped across.
Offside, number 97, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
A little too anxious that time was Mark Anderson.
The speed guys, Sam, try to time that snap count. They try to get a little rhythm going, and you're coming in from a TV timeout thinking he can jump the count, and they change it up on him. That's kind of par for the course. You don't mind a couple of those because he's trying to get off the ball.
1st and 5 for the Giants. Carr checking off. Jamar Williams coming. Ahmad Bradshaw brought down a little across, just across the 25. We go to the Bears sideline. Lou Canellis has Matt Forte. Go ahead, Lou.
All right, thanks very much. Nice start to the preseason. Were you chomping at the bit last week when you sat out the Buffalo game?
Yeah, I wanted to play. You know, I knew I could go out there and, you know, get some carries and things, but, you know, they decided to hold me out, and you know, I was just happy to come out here, and you know, we had a nice execution of the offense, and you know, Jay got rolling and I got rolling, and I think the O-line and everything gelled, so we looked good out there.
Yeah, let's talk about the execution of the offense, because the offense was terrific, almost 300 yards of offense in the first half. Is it different with Jay Cutler at quarterback? Do you notice that there's more room to run for you, Matt?
It is different. I mean, the defense plays is different in a way that, you know, sometimes they'll try to come up and stop the run, and then, you know, they get hurt with the pass. And, you know, if they try to, you know, back it off, then there's running lanes there. So it's definitely a lot different, and, you know, it's going smooth. You know, he's getting a hold of the offense, and, you know, we're definitely all on the same page.
Nice shot with the 32-yard touchdown strike. All right. Matt Forte on the sidelines, back upstairs.
10 touches in the game for Matt Forte.
That guy is smooth and clean, isn't he?
3rd and 1. Bradshaw gets the first down and a whole lot more. Craig Steltz takes him out. At around midfield, they'll spot it at the Giants' 49-yard line. Good run by Bradshaw on a 3rd and 1. He picked up 23.
That's what happens. You commit everybody to the line, and then if you get the guy sealed down inside and get a good kickout block, there's a corner in there that's got to take a guy like Ahmad Bradshaw, and if he misses, it's a long gain.
Corey Graham has gone to the sideline, limping off.
Say, Lovey's doing a pretty good job calling defense tonight.
Yes, he is. DJ Moore Number 30 has replaced him at left corner. The rookie out of Vanderbilt, 4th round draft pick. On first down, Bradshaw. Another big hole. Hit by Craig Stelz. Flag on the play. And we'll check that out. Stelz with a couple of good hits already.
Holding, number 34, offense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Wayne Wright called for the penalty as you look at head coach Tom Coughlin. Giants had a real good season last year. They faded after the Plaxico Burress incident. They faded late and never got it back. They lost 3 of their last 4 and lost in their only playoff game to the Eagles.
In that game, Eli really struggled.
Yeah.
You know, they had some wind elements to have to deal with, and he just never quite look comfortable in that game. But he is the man for the Giants. He's just, I like the way he's matured over these last couple of years.
Carr out of the shotgun. Blitz coming from the outside. Gets rid of it, and it's dropped by Darcy Johnson, the tight end, who was covered on the play by Mark Anderson. So how about that zone blitz coverage?
Okay, here's what happens. Here, you blitz off one side and you drop the other. And Mark Anderson is such a good athlete that he's got some speed to get out there and cover. The pressure comes. Carr has to hurry up a little bit. Hillemire's right in his face. And those are when bad plays happen. A lot of no interceptions ever happen without some pressure.
DJ Moore and Hunter Hillenmeyer with the pressure on David Carr. Carr steps up, this time with time, and he throws short to Darcy Johnson. And the tight end gets into Bears territory down at the 46-yard line.
You didn't see a lot of pressure on that play, and I noticed that the defensive line is not rotating right now. Well, now we see Henry Milton come in the game, but prior to that, I think Marinelli wanted to see how long these guys could go in a series and still fire off the ball. They look a little tired right now. They've been out there for several snaps. 3rd down. Henry Milton's a guy that Rod likes a lot.
Melton, number 69, in. 3rd and 6 for the Giants. And it's a little confusion as to their alignment. Here's Bradshaw off the toss. Flag on the play. Jamar Williams with the first hit. Josh Bullocks came in to help out. We'll check out the flag.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 players moving prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty.
Offensive coordinator for the Giants is Kevin Gilbride.
Yeah, Kevin's done such a great job. You know, he's made the switch from a run and shoot coach back in the Oiler days with Warren Moon. Now they have one of the best running games in all of football. Back then, in the run and shoot, you didn't even have a tight end on the roster. When I was in Detroit, Charlie Sanders was our tight end coach, and we didn't have a tight end. And Charlie was a Hall of Famer, so they had to find a place for him.
The play came up short of the first down. And DJ Moore goes back to receive the punt of Jeff Feagles. Toward the sideline, Moore takes it at the 8, tries to return, and he's brought down around the 10-yard line. 40-yard punt by Jeff Feagles. Bears take over late 3rd quarter.
My cousin Sally.
It's brought to you by AM PM. Too much good stuff. And sponsored by Motorola, Geico, Chase, and Miller Lite.
Bears Game Night Live follows the final word on Fox Chicago every Sunday night during the regular season and provides exclusive coverage of the day's Bears game. Be sure to catch our special season preview on September 6th at 10:35 p.m. Bears Game Night Live, brought to you by the Sears Blue Appliance Crew. Kevin Jones carrying on first down. Bears starting from their own 9-yard line. Get a yard on the play. A couple of changes on the offensive line. Donovan Raiola is in at center. Josh Beekman has moved to left guard, and Lance Lewis has moved to left tackle. Dan Benning the right guard. Kevin Schaefer right tackle. Kevin Jones, no gain on the play. Maybe a yard. We want to be generous.
That was.
Bring up a 3rd and long for the Bears. Garrett Wolf comes in on the 3rd down. And this is the role that they have developed for Garrett Wolf, that 3rd down back, where they'd like to develop for him.
Yep.
Certainly they have Adrian Peterson. They have 3 wide receivers in. Throwing short outside. And it's complete to Joaquin Iglesias, who breaks it into a long gain. The 3rd round draft pick out of Oklahoma, Joaquin Iglesias. That was a low throw. He did a good job to catch it and hold on and turned it into a 1st down.
Yeah, Haney kind of rushed the throw a little bit. Iglesias did a nice job of scooping it off his toes. Now, watch 85. I'm sorry. Anyway, watch the tight end right there. Seal his guy to the inside. How great was that? Open space, still making a big block. Michael Gaines, excellent job there.
Gain of 23 on the 3rd down play. And the Bears have called a timeout. A little under 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. That was a big play by the rookie Iglesias.
They've battled inside a steel cage, survived tables, ladders, and chairs, and graced WWE's grandest stage. Now this summer at 7-Eleven on the way to W.
Started tonight's game again. Be sure to check out the Chicago Bears Network page on chicagobears.com throughout the season for the Toyota Fan Zone, plus exclusive video and outtakes from all of the Chicago Bears Network shows. Haney throwing, intended for the tight end Kellen Davis. Big time pressure that time on Caleb Haney, who's now 7 for 12 in the game.
Had Kellen Davis coming wide open and just got a little pressure on him. Not more than a little, got a lot of pressure on him. And that's the key to stopping someone's passing game. Get pressure on the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Iglesias and Knox, the wide receivers. This is Kevin Jones behind the fullback, Jason Davis. And they'll run up to the 38-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play.
You know, I've seen some pretty solid play. The first line was great. And Kevin Schaefer and Josh Beekman and some of these guys in the middle, Bunning, they've come in and had a solid night tonight. They've opened some holes. Schaefer that time got out on the edge, showed some athleticism. This is a pretty good group.
Beekman has worked at center and guard. Rasheed Davis in as the 3rd wide receiver. Short drop by Haney. Tried to hit Johnny Knox, but threw it too high. So the Bears will be forced to punt. That time Haney looked like he rushed a little bit.
He did. He just got to put that foot in the ground, use the same mechanics. Johnny Knox had a step on him with bump coverage, and he had a possible big gain right there. Those are going to happen. Young quarterback, rushing things a little bit, but for the most part, he's really kept his head about him.
3rd punt of the game for Brad Maynard. Mario Manningham waving for a fair catch. It bounces. He grabs it and goes to the ground. There's a flag on the play. And we'll check out the flag. Flags have crept into the game a little bit here in the 2nd half. Let's see what the call is. Still, now we got it. We think. Carl?
Kicking team player number 26 ran out of bounds on his own. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. 1st down.
Let's go to the sideline. Luke Canellis has got Wally Agunlia.
You're right, Sam. I do have Wale. And is this the type of play that we can expect to see from this defense this year?
Yeah, I would hope so. You know, we still haven't, hit them with the whole playbook yet, but we were aggressive today. We came out, we got after the quarterback, stopped the run, so it was big.
This is the last year of your contract with the Bears, and you and I had a chance to chat about the impact of defensive line coach Rod Marinelli as Alex Brown throws grass on you. But we talked about the impact of Rod, and you said something interesting to me. This is the 10th year of your career. I want you to share with the audience what you said.
No, I said, it's a shame. this might be the last year I get to, work with him. Because he's such a genius. He's a D-line coach. And
what does he do that makes him so good?
He's a student of the game. He's very passionate. And two, he makes sure that veterans approach the game as rookies every year. Try to find something new to apply to the game, and that's what I've been able to do.
You are the elder statesman of this defensive line, 32 years old, and I'm told 10th year in the league, and you just started to work out this offseason. True or not true?
No, not true. But, for you to last 10 years, you've got to be able to, stay healthy, keep your body in tip-top shape. So, I got a couple more years left, and hopefully be here in Chicago.
Wally, thanks.
No problem.
Back upstairs.
Thank you, Lou. Giants with the ball at their own 23-yard line. Bears defense, as you pointed out earlier, Eric, swarming to the ball.
Still doing it. That time, Jamar Williams came up and just stuffed the fullback right in the hole, made the running back cut back, and there was 3 or 4 guys ready to pounce on him.
Andre Woodson, first-year man out of Kentucky, is in at quarterback for the Giants. He is pressured, flushed out by Dvorak, who wraps him up. Dusty Dvorak gets the sack. The Bears' 4th of the game.
Here's a guy who had to sit out a bunch of last season. Dusty's got a lot of want-to in him. You see they have a little game. He gets inside. Doesn't quite get there, but watch him. He stays after it, and that's what guys got to learn about this game. You want to play this game and stick around for a while. The play isn't over until the echo of the whistle, and that's a guy right there that just got a lot of drive to him.
The rookie DJ Moore is back deep. Fiegels with the punt. DJ Moore steps up, and he's wrapped up and thrown down right away on the play by Terrell Thomas. There's Wally Agunlia on the sideline, who was talking to Lou Canellis moments ago. And what happens? Everybody comes through. They want to hear what he's saying. They want to hear Lou's questions. Okay, what's Wally saying here? Anthony Adams, he was agreeing. Here comes Alex Brown in there. No, he didn't like what he said. And now he's talking. Israel Adonijah is there. Lou, look at Lou. He's such a pro. He is.
Doesn't even notice.
Nothing rattles.
No, you can't.
Well done, Lou. Adrian Peterson on first down. Good carry straight ahead. Pickup of 8 on the play as the man they call AP gets a chance to carry the ball here late in the third quarter. The Bears have maintained the 17-3 lead. As the defense continues to do well, the offense has moved the ball in the third quarter with Caleb Haney at quarterback, though they've stalled a couple of times. Peterson again, and gets very close to the first down marker. Maybe half yard short. Sorry,
I'm sorry, Sam. Last week they never quite got in a rhythm. They were playing catch up. It was back and forth. They never got a chance to establish a running game. And as we talked to Lovie Smith, he said, we're still a running team, and you see that tonight. They're definitely got their mindset coming in tonight. We've got to establish the run.
Lovie Smith looks on. The clock ticks off. End of the third quarter. The Bears maintain the 17-3 lead. They're having a good time. Anthony Adams, he is mocking Adewale Agunlia in the interview with Lou Canellis. How could back at Soldier Field in Chicago? The fans are out in midseason form of all ages.
Got the blue and orange, the jerseys.
Now the word is that's an engagement. There you go. You buy an Urlacher jersey.
Look at that.
Was that a Kevin Payne shirt?
Oh,
they both had Urlacher jerseys on, right?
That guy did well for himself.
Flag on the play. The Bears on a 3rd and 1.
False start, number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
Stan Benning, the right guard.
Come on now, keep it together, fellas. Got to trim down the penalties. This is right now. Okay, is for these guys that are on the field right now. This is where they make their statement to stay on this team this year. Don't blow it by jumping off sides and getting holding penalties. Move your feet, use your technique. This is a big quarter for these guys.
3 wide receivers. Haney works out of the shotgun. The blitz coming. Flag on the play. And they stop the play. So it's going to be against the Bears. Another false start.
False start, number 64, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Well, 64 is not with us tonight. Tyler Reed is out tonight. So the wrong number given on the play.
There's Tyler.
So the Bears back-to-back false starts, move back to the 40-yard line. They've got to get just across midfield for a first down.
3rd and inches to 3rd and 10. Not good.
Changes the play call a little bit. Haney drops out of the shotgun, and it's broken up. Try to hit Joaquin Iglesias, and the Giants defense, Bruce Johnson, rookie out of Miami, broke it up.
Looked like he might have got a hand in there, huh? I couldn't tell if he actually got a hand in it.
I thought he did.
Lots of time to throw. Look at that. He's 3-4 seconds to throw the ball. Ball comes out of his hands a little funny. Yeah, the ball did get knocked away. Nice play. Nice breakup. Should have had 3rd and inches, though,
Yeah,
Sam.
you're right. It would have been a lot easier. Richmond McGee in the punt. Good high kick. Sonoris Moss on the return. Just missed by Trumaine McBride. And then he's brought down just across the 20-yard line. Bears had good coverage on the play. McBride just misses, and then he's brought down.
Dave's house for a week.
Chase, the official bank for the Bears since 1934.
The Chicago Bears and Walgreens are proud to support Play 60, a program encouraging kids to get at least 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Visit the Kids Zone at chicagobears.com for more information. Sam Rosen, Eric Kramer, Lou Canellis here at Soldier Field. Early 4th quarter. Bears leading the Giants 17-3. Joe Clermont, number 70, first-year man out of Pittsburgh. In
Henry Melton right there.
Yeah, you like him.
Returned a kick last week. He's lining up a defensive tackle tonight.
That pass intended for the big guy, Ramses Barden, 3rd-round draft pick, the man you talked about out of Cal Poly, 6'6", but he had to bend way down, couldn't hold on to that pass. Number 69, Henry Melton, you talked about him. He's a versatile guy. What an athlete.
Oh, he was a Texas running back in high school, scored a bunch of touchdowns, talked himself into return a kick last week, ran it out 27 yards. Here he is playing defensive tackle. He's only 260 pounds.
Danny Ware on the carry, cut it back inside, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. And there's Melton right in the middle.
There. Talking to Rod Marinelli before the game, he loves this guy's tenacity. He's got an aggressive, physical, loves the contact. You're going to see him right here, line up, watch him run right. He gets blocked inside, spins out, and runs right down the line. That's, like I said, there's a guy that's he loves to get to the ball, loves to play this game.
2 years as a defensive end. Bears took him in the 4th round this year out of Texas. 3rd and 6 for the Giants. Andre Woodson is the quarterback. Has time and completes it to Barden. Ramses Barden for a first down up at the 35-yard line. Barden is a raw talent, but they're hoping he could be that type of receiver in the red zone where you just throw him the fade deep in the corner.
Well, he's 6'6", and if you add the arm reach on there, he's probably 8.5 feet tall. And I watched him work out this summer. Again, he worked out in a place near my house. Got to see some guys throw to him. He has got some mitts on him. A little raw running routes, but he's getting it.
Flag on the play as Woodson tries to run away from trouble, lofts it high and out of bounds, incomplete. We'll check out the flag. Might be offside against the Bears.
Offsides, number 58, defense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Marcus Freeman.
Yep, just right here. Here he is. He just little hesitant, little anxious getting across the ball. Everyone wants to make a play.
Bears have Marcus Freeman, Hunter Hillenmeyer.
That's my guy right there. He is so fun to be around. Rod Marinelli.
Mike Rivera is in. Hillenmeyer's come out of the game. And on that carry, Danny Ware carrying for 3 yards on the play.
Great job that time by Mike Rivera, the outside linebacker. He's going to be lined up on the outside edge of the line of scrimmage right down here. Or I guess that's clear. Oh, here he comes running up here. Sprinting right down the sideline. Coming in chasing the ball carrier from behind. Very nice job of filling a hole. Here's what the defense does. They try to set an edge on the outside, make the running back cut up inside, and that's where all the pursuit comes from. That's a good job.
2nd and 2. Ware goes the other side this time and stays on his feet. Broke a tackle. Craig Stelz, the safety, finally took him down at the Bears' 42-yard line. It's a first down. Gain of 15 on the play. They'll spot it at the 41-yard line.
Well, just the opposite happened there. That time Mike Rivera got chopped, went to the ground, and they ran a crease right where he was, or should have been.
Rivera, number 60, is the middle linebacker, a rookie out of Kansas. Kevin Mallist, a rookie out of Rutgers, number 62, also in. Giants have 2 tight ends. One of them, Lee Vickers, in motion. Off the play fake, Woodson throws it high, deep for Barton. Off his hands, there's a flag on the play. Looks like illegal contact. It's going to be a 5-yarder.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact. Number 20 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, they've been running the ball pretty effectively, the Giants. So here they get the play fake. Stelz is right here at safety, and watch him take the play fake. He's supposed to be getting back there, and you see the play fake freezes him, and Ramses Barden gets by him. He just punches him or bumps him a little bit, but he happened to be standing right in front of the ref when he did it.
Giants at the Bears' 36-yard line. Bears have Rudy Burgess, number 39, and DJ Moore, number 30, at cornerbacks. Woodson pressured, throws too high. Good pressure that time by Mike Rivera, blitzing from the linebacker spot. And Henry Melton was in there as well.
Yep. You see him coming from the left side. The right guard stepped down to help the center and left a big gap there. Here he is right here. He steps down and picks up Gilbert and leaves a nice big lane there for Rivera to step into.
3 wide receivers in for the Giants. 2nd and 10. Woodson being rushed, dropped it off to Ware, who juggles and holds on, and Melton wraps him up at the 35-yard line.
There you go. I mean, that's just hustle. Melton rushes the passer. He sees the defensive lineman take off, chases him right down the line. And that's, again, it's just a lot of tenacious effort. Look, he's getting double teamed. He's throwing guys around. He's in great awareness of seeing the back slip out. He's 6'3", 260. And when he returned the kick last week, he showed some speed.
Right.
He used it right there.
Irvin Baldwin, number 99, second-year man out of Michigan State, in for the Bears at defensive end. On 3rd and 10. Everybody out. Woodson gets time and completes it to Danny Ware, the running back, but the Bears are there. Jamar Williams and Marcus Freeman take him down short of a first down. At the 28-yard line. See what Tom Coughlin likes to do. Looks like the Giants will go for it. On 4th down. The Bears have led all the way. First possession. Marched down and kicked a field goal. Took the lead. Upped it to 17-0 and have held the Giants to only a field goal in the game. On 4th down, Danny Ware. And the Bears take him down very close to a first down. This will be close.
I think he got it. Very good play call right there. They start the action one way, and they get the fullback and the guard to come back and on a counter move to the backside. You would expect a pass there on 3rd and 2.
Kevin Gilbride made the call for the Giants, and they pick up the first down just short of the 25-yard line. 10th play of the drive for the Giants here. Marcus Harrison back in at defensive tackle for the Bears. Bears coming on the blitz. Ware's pass incomplete. Try to get it to Hakeem Nicks, the first down draft pick. Marcus Freeman with good pressure that time on Andre Woodson.
Sure is nice after all these passes to see a Bear guy standing right next to the quarterback every play, huh? Mike Babbage, the linebacker coach, he's back where he's comfortable again. Coach, those linebackers, they love him.
Bob Babbage, who was relinquished the defensive play calling to the head coach.
I guess you got to relinquish them when they do that.
That's right. The toss to Ware. And Kevin Malice, number 62, was there, along with Joe Claremont. Defense is tightened up. Much better game for the Bears.
Look at that. 23 first downs last week and now 10. Bears have been playing a lot in the Giants backfield tonight. And they're still swarming to the ball, playing good solid defense. The defensive line is creating some seams for the linebackers to run through to stop the run.
Here's 3rd and 10. Bears drop back in coverage, and the pass was behind David Tyree. One of the Super Bowl heroes for the Giants, who may have trouble sticking this year. They have a lot of young receivers, and Tyree, who was injured last season, just coming back, may have a problem sticking. He was a huge hero in the Super Bowl with a great catch on a 4th down pass from Eli Manning.
Oh, God. We were talking about that earlier. He had 4 catches in the season before that catch. What was he even doing on the field?
They needed somebody to make a play. Here's 4th and 10. And the fans want the Bears defense to hold. Blitz coming. Woodson chased. Throws back over the middle. And it's broken up. Almost intercepted by Josh Bullocks. Bullocks closed late. Stepped in front of the receiver. Juggled it. Couldn't hold on. But the Bears take over on downs.
You know, I just got this new Chase checking account. Really? Yeah, check this out. There's no deposit slips or envelopes. Take the check.
And the Chicago Bears. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of the Chicago Bears and the National Football League is prohibited.
Sam Rosen, Eric Kramer, Lou Canellis at Soldier Field in Chicago. Bears leading the Giants 17-3. Caleb Haney still in at quarterback off the play fake. The
got
roll,
Davis.
And he throws it at the feet of the tight end, Kellen Davis. Bad pass thrown by Haney. It's time for Too Much Good Stuff, brought to you by AM/PM, because you can never have too much good stuff. A lot of good stuff from Matt Forte. Seeing his first game action in preseason, ran the ball well, 9 carries, 58 yards. This 32-yard touchdown run, caught a pass. That's a good stuff from Matt Forte.
Not too much, just enough.
That's a good run by Adrian Peterson. He's got a first down up at the 37-yard line, 14-yard run. There's Matt Forte. And you like to see numbers like that.
6-yard average. Nice catch.
You like him as a running back, don't you?
I think he's one of the better big running backs in this league. He's more natural and fluid than any other big back out there. And he reminds me of his versatility of a guy like Marshall Faulk. Not as explosive, but versatile.
Peterson cutting it back. Ran into the tackler up at the 37. Let's go to the sideline of Lou Canellis. He's with Greg Olson. Lou.
You're right, Sam. I am alongside the tight end. Good to be back out there on the football field and playing in a game situation.
Absolutely. You know, get the first game, you know, a little rusty for the first, you know, it was my first game, but I think for an offense, I think we did a pretty good job. 3 possessions the first unit had, kicked a field goal and 2 touchdowns. So we feel pretty good about what we're able to do against a pretty good team. So, we'll have another chance to come out and play a lot next week against Denver and, just continue to get better through the preseason.
How have you and Jay developed such great chemistry so quickly?
I think the whole offense has done a good job. I think you saw it tonight. I think a lot of guys caught 1 or 2 passes, probably 5 or 6 guys caught the ball with the first unit, and that's kind of something we pride ourselves on. But we've put a lot of work into it. We've continued to put in time, watching tape and talking things over, and it was good to finally get out here in a game situation and kind of get a start, and now we just have to continue to get better.
Greg, when you came to the Bears, drafted out of the University of Miami first round, people said that you brought great size, but even more so, terrific speed at the tight end position. Second on the team with 54 grabs a year ago. Are you a guy that can have 75, 80 catches in a season?
I think so. I feel like I have that, ability to go out and be that kind of tight end and put myself up in that group of elite guys. But, we'll see. We got a long season ahead of us, finish out this preseason on a good note and, hopefully have a good week that opener.
Greg, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, let's go back to Sam.
Thanks, Lou, and certainly big things expected from Greg Olsen this season. Back-to-back completions by Caleb Haney, first to Derek Kinder and then to Eric Peterman for a first down. 15-yarder on the last one. Bears at the Giants 44.
Caleb Haney keeps operating, stayed inside the pocket, a little pressure.
Adrian Peterson dropped for a loss.
This is the guy you got to give some love to right here. Harry Hiestand, that's the offensive line coach. Got to weave 3 new starters in this year with Chris Williams and Omiel and Orlando Pace. And tonight, they have established exactly what they wanted to do. Great technician. Good players make coaches look good.
Yeah.
But he's done his job.
Well, he's got a lot more to work with. Rushing yardage tonight, 147. That's Bears football. 2nd and 13. Haney out of the shotgun. Flushed out. They got him on the sack. Back to the 45-yard line. Haney is 9 for 17, 106 yards in the game.
No. Tried to set up a receiver screen. He looked at it. I'll tell you, with quarterbacks, if it ain't there early, it's not going to be there late. Just throw it away.
You'd rather him roll and throw it out of bounds?
We'll take 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 22.
Okay. Eric Peterman in at wide receiver, number 86. It's 3rd and 21 at the 45-yard line. Haney steps up and dumps it off to Peterson. Broke 1 tackle, brought down at the 42-yard line. A pickup of 13 on the play. Next week, the Bears will be in Denver as Jay Cutler returns to Denver. Kyle Orton starting for the Broncos. That game will be on NBC a week from tomorrow night. We'll be back with you Thursday night, September the 3rd for the final preseason game against the Browns. Timeout on the field. Bears with a big game you can't get anywhere else. Bears Insider is brought to you by North Shore University Health System. Richmond McGee set to punt for the Bears. Sonoris Moss deep for the Giants. The second punt of the game. McGee has kicked off. He has kicked an extra point in the game. And now punting, big pressure, he got it away. Good high kick. Sonoris Moss waves to let it bounce. Bears have it surrounded. And the ball down inside the Giants' 15-yard line. Bears with a big lead. Middle of the 4th quarter.
Bears preseason football is brought to you by AM PM. Too much good stuff. And sponsored by Audi, Hyatt, Chicago International Trucks, and Best Buy.
Giants start from their own 14-yard line. Bears defense has played well in this game, given up 184 yards. Woodson handing off to Danny Ware. Ware up close to the 20-yard line. Let's get up-to-date news from the NFC North with the United fly around the division. Green Bay, 4 interceptions against the Browns. Brett Favre signing the 2-year contract with Minnesota. Calvin Johnson out for the Lions with a sprained thumb. Now the NFC North becomes a very interesting division. Minnesota brings in Brett Favre.
False start, number 79, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Green Bay, stronger. They've added defense to their game. You got to figure the Lions might win a game or two this season. Certainly, they're looking for improvement. But it's the Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings. What are your thoughts about how that shakes out?
Well, first of all, this just turned into a quarterback league. quarterback division. That's been a while since that happened. And, you know, last week I would have said, wow, Bears might be in trouble. Look at what's going on now.
Andre Woodson in trouble as he's taken down at the 1-yard line.
I'm a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Coming out of college, I like what he could do with a football. Good decision maker, good arm, and he's just growing with more confidence.
What does Brett do for Minnesota in your mind? What does Brett Favre do for the Vikings?
You know, I think he gives them a stability and a leader to point to. They've got a talented group. People think that they could be a Super Bowl contender.
Are they the favorites in the division?
No.
J.D. Moore on the tackle, just short of the first down on that little screen pass.
I don't think so, and I don't want. I'm a Bear, okay, and I don't like to say this, but I think Green Bay has to go into this season as the favorite. They've got a good young quarterback, like you said, a good offensive line. They added defense this year. Top to bottom, I would have to say they look like the favorite to me. Minnesota with Brett Favre 10 years ago would have been the favorite. Right now, I don't think they are.
All right. It'll be very interesting. Giants going for it on 4th down. With a little over
Illegal
3
snap,
minutes
number
remaining.
61 offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
And now Tom Coughlin on the 4th and long, or at least the 4th and about 7, sends in the punting unit. Bears have done a good job in this game.
Coughlin wasn't exactly saying good job, boys.
No, he wasn't. Earlier that sack, by the way, Jerron Gilbert got credit for the sack, the Bears' 3rd-round draft pick.
He was one of many who got there. That was a good sign.
5 sacks in the game for the Bears. Derek Kinder, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, 7th-round draft pick, is deep. The Eagles punt comes down to him at the 34. Little room to return. Picks up a couple of blocks. Kinder with a good chance to go a long way. They block out the kicker. Kinder goes down inside the 30. Nice return by the rookie Derek Kinder. 48-yard punt, 41-yard return by Derek Kinder. Now let's take a look at the Comcast regular season schedule for the Bears. It opens up Sunday night, prime time at Green Bay. The Steelers, the Super Bowl champions, open up the home schedule week 2. Seattle, Lions, a division game. Falcons, Bengals, Browns, and Cardinals. Cardinals, the NFC champs. Second half, meeting with the Vikings at Minnesota, November the 29th.
Pretty favorable schedule for the Bears.
For the final 2:53 of the game, Brett Bazinet has come in at quarterback for the Bears. Adrian Peterson on the carry. Bazinet last week in Buffalo, a rough night for him. But Caleb Haney continues to show some real good signs as the backup.
He sure does. This team does not slow down when he gets in the game. That's one thing I noticed.
He throws some nice passes, and we saw him run, even though it got negated on a penalty, but we saw him take off and run the ball well.
And he's got some grit to him. He doesn't mind standing in the pocket there and taking one on the chin to get the ball down the field.
Will Taufo is in at fullback. Peterson carrying down to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play. Coming down to the 2-minute warning. The Bears have led all the way. It's been a good night. A lot of positives for head coach Lovie Smith. We'll be right back.
What does greatness taste like?
Strong, and they led the way.
Not a bad night. Jay was sharp. Everything he did. Forte, man, what can you say about that guy? I just love the way he runs the football. Adds another dimension in a team that's looking for threats out in the passing game. Matt Forte adds something you don't expect from your running back.
And he broke the big one, a 32-yard touchdown run. Cutler with a touchdown pass to Desmond Clark. Right here it's Adrian Peterson. Giants grabbing at the football. Peterson securing it. So he gets down to the 22-yard line. So there were questions after last week's game about Jay Cutler. His performance was kind of 50-50, sometimes ragged, sometimes okay, but he was sharp tonight right from the outset.
He was, and last week he looked hesitant. There was times he could have thrown the ball and gotten it out of his hand. Tonight was just the opposite of that. Sharp, effective, everything was clean. He moved around, he made plays outside the pocket. Everything he did looked confident.
Came close on one long ball. Devin Hester was wide open, but he overthrew him on that one. But he connected with 6 different receivers in the game. They stopped the play. Yeah. It's like false start on the Bears here.
Yeah, Soldier Field would have exploded had that happened.
False start, number 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Got to punt it now, right? Nope. They've run the ball 4 times if you count the penalty. Ron Turner, I can tell you, as soon as they got the ball here, was like, we're running this thing 4 times. I don't care what happens.
Ball's at the 27-yard line. Have to get down to the 20 for a 1st down.
Let's see how stubborn he is. He wants to run one on 4th and 8.
Haney works out of the shotgun.
I guess he is.
Inside to Peterson. He's wrapped up right away by Jeremy Clark and taken down. So the Bears give it up to the Giants with 1:12 seconds remaining in the game. Eli Manning had a quiet night, got his work in, was 7 for 10, but nothing spectacular. Giants won the NFC East. They'll be in a tough battle in the NFC East this year. The Eagles are much better. The Cowboys looked real good last night. They are better. And Washington is always tough in that division, though they may be the weakest of the 4 teams.
I think there's a lot of unknowns in that division. I'm not so sure the Cowboys got better.
Really?
Well, they lost T.O. They got the whole staff's under pressure. They've got to win.
Some people might say, and I'm one of them, that addition by subtraction when T.O. is out of there.
I get it, but then they haven't solved the dilemma for who's going to be that playmaker.
Yeah, you're right.
But they've got some talent. Felix Jones is going to add a bunch this year. Their defense, I think, did not play as well last year as they needed to. And DeMarcus Ware, who had a great season, there wasn't a lot of help around him.
The Giants really strengthen their defense. They've got depth on defense. If their offense, if they can find some wide receivers stepping up, making plays, they could be very tough. And throwing the ball away as he was being dragged down. That was Henry Melton pulling down Andre Woodson.
I'm going to ask for a recount on the players of the game. I'm going to throw Henry
You
Melton's
want Henry
name
in there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on.
He's our 2nd unit player of the game. Following next week's game in Denver in front of the national TV audience on NBC, be sure to join us for our next telecast, the final preseason game. The Bears take on the Cleveland Browns Thursday night, September 3rd at 7 Central on Fox Chicago and all of our regional Chicago Bears network affiliates. Special greetings to fans watching on WIER in Rockford and WSBI in South Bend, Indiana tonight. That was Hakeem Nicks, the Giants' 1st-round draft pick, on the reception and out of bounds at the Bears 19. Bears preseason TV is brought to you by AM/PM. 50 seconds to go, 54-yard play. Anthony Adams has done a solid, not spectacular, but solid job as he competes with Dusty Dvorak and Marcus Harrison for the defensive tackle spot.
Yeah, you want one of those guys to bust out and start making some plays and being a difference maker. A guy that the offensive guards and center have to account for a second longer in the play, which frees up the linebacker.
Woodson being rushed, shovels it off to Danny Ware, fights off one tackle, and then he's pulled out of bounds by Kevin Mallist, and there's a flag on the play. Is there a hit out of bounds? Might have been a hit out of bounds on the Bears.
There's no foul on the play for late hit out of bounds. 2nd down.
Okay, pick the flag up, 42 seconds remaining. Ball on the Bears' 13-yard line. They've done a good job keeping the Giants out of the end zone tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, keep them from getting out of bounds. And McBride there got juked inside and let the running back get outside. No point in trying to make a tackle for an extra yard loss. Get him to stay in bounds.
Blitz coming. The hit on Woodson. He threw it wide of Danny Ware. Good job by DJ Moore coming hard up the middle. The 4th-round draft pick out of Vanderbilt. Trying to find the spot here.
You can see the Bears getting a little more creative with their blitzes tonight.
Yeah.
They're coming from a few different angles and adding a few more things. And you can tell last week was very vanilla. And they obviously worked on a little bit of that stuff this week. It shows.
3rd and 4 with 38 seconds to go. Here they come again. And that time Barton with the catch on the pass from Andre Woodson. Josh Bullocks was blitzing that time.
It came free. The Giants looked they looked overmatched and overwhelmed when it comes to who to pick up right now.
Let's see this flag.
Illegal formation on the offense. Number 80 covered up an eligible receiver. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
And that's the preseason, huh? First teams look good. Got a lot of guys in here getting a lot of reps when they're not quite sure of what they're doing, and that's when the mistakes. They're not bad players. It's just it's such an overwhelming amass of information that they've gotten over these last several weeks. It's going to cause you to get a little confused sometimes.
The penalty was declined. It's now 4th down for the Giants at the 13-yard line. Blitz coming. Woodson throws. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by Josh Bullocks, who was thrown behind the intended receiver, the tight end Travis Beckham. And the Bears defense does it again, coming up with a couple of plays to keep the Giants out of the end zone. So with 28 seconds to go, this will be a good night. There'll be a lot of positives for the Bears up and down the line. One name that popped into my head, we didn't recognize him too much. I thought Pisatino Isamoa had a good game while he was in there.
Well,
he made some plays from sideline to sideline, I thought.
And needed to. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a really battle on his hands at that outside linebacker spot. 3 guys all going for him. Roach, Williams. Very nice to see him step up tonight.
Roach didn't play tonight. Out with a mild concussion. A good night for Lovie Smith and the Chicago Bears. From start to finish. They got the opening kickoff, marched down the field, kicked a field goal, and then Jay Cutler and the offense did a great job putting 17 points on the board. And the Chicago Bears defeat the New York Giants 17-3. Each team now 1-1 in the preseason. Let's go down to the field to Lou Canellis.
All right, thanks very much, Sam. We're standing alongside backup quarterback Caleb Haney, 10 of 18, 120 yards. You look comfortable again. Are you a solid NFL backup quarterback, in your opinion, now for a guy behind Jay Cutler?
Yeah, I definitely am. I think I'm ready to go, ready to get in there and make some plays. I feel really confident where I'm at now. Real confident in the offense. I think I could have been 18 for 18 if I would have, known every adjustment we were going to make and everything like that. So, I was happy with my performance, but obviously I got a lot of room to improve, and I'm going to keep getting better every day.
What are you learning from Jay Cutler?
Just little things here and there. I've been telling everybody, he just tells me different things about coverages, how to work a safety, maybe fit a throw in there. Just little things with protections, maybe an adjustment to a route that I might not have thought about before. We help each other out as far as just asking questions and keeping each other, thinking about things.
You were around with this team last year. How much different is this offense confidence-wise from a year ago?
Night and day, night and day. The confidence level is all-time high. Jay coming in brings a lot of excitement. We got Orlando coming on offensive line and Chris Williams working back at tackle. Everybody's pieces are in place. Matt's playing really well in the backfield too, and the receivers are playing solid. So, and then you can't forget about Olsen either. So tons of weapons.
Thanks, Caleb.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get it back upstairs.
Thanks very much, Lou. And Caleb Haney certainly did well, but one of the stories tonight, Jay Cutler, and I think one of the keys, sustained drives. It wasn't just big plays. There were a lot of sustained drives for the Bears.
There were, and it came from a lot of different people. Some guys stepped up, the offensive line stepped up, and I like Caleb Haney. He came in tonight and I think did another big step of solidifying his job in the fact that the Bears can go into this season now with 2 good quarterbacks.
Now, we talked about the tight end, Greg Olsen, the running back, Matt Forte. What about the receivers? Any receiver impress you tonight that stepped up a little bit?
They sure did. Bennett.
Okay.
I think that, he's starting to find something with Jay And I think Jay's starting to look for him, and he's coming through. And they need a guy on the outside to make those plays.
All right, so for the Chicago Bears, a strong performance as they win their first preseason game. They're 1-1. Next week, a week from Sunday night, they'll be on NBC in Denver as Jay Cutler makes his return there. Then we'll be back with you Thursday night, September 3rd, when the Bears finish the preseason against the Cleveland Browns. For Eric Kramer and Lou Canellis, this is Sam Rosen. Bears win it over the Giants.